Hello, everybody. I am Yolanda Marie. I do have some messages for you guys today. I hope you're all doing well. I have messages from the Arcturians. There are a phenomenal amount of new awakenings happening on the planet right now. Many of you know this. Okay, so this is beautiful. All right, what the Arcturians want you to know could be something a little bit disturbing to you, and we don't normally get into this on this channel. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't, but we know we can expand, create forward, and definitely expand into a higher frequency spectrum with each of these cycles, meaning a lot of this denser energy is being transmuted, dissipated, we're leaving it behind, and darker energies, okay, are able to move to their next level of evolution as well, because they will. It's all a part of God's source energy, you guys, okay? Everything is God. If you don't forget that, then it's easier for you to stay out of the fear. Okay, where fear comes in is when you forget, perhaps, that everything is part of God, and you, in fact, can move to a broader perspective and observe all of this and understand how to maneuver within it. All right? That could be a touchy subject for some of you, but it is true. And many of you who are listening are moving to that, where you're able to see from that broader perspective and have compassion for everything, okay? So yes, what is happening with these beautiful, phenomenal awakenings is it has created such a pendulum swing. The pendulum has swung in swung so far in one direction, you guys, that the counterbalance is once again allowing this darker energy to behave in ways that are counter, right, to where we actually want to be. Hence the counterbalancing, moving in the opposite direction. So there is this darker energy. It's the way they were showing it to me. It's sort of like a crust sitting on some bread, right? Like that sat out for weeks or something. And it's like a hard crust, like a layer that needs to be removed. And it is disrupting people's psyches. And for the most part, people who are not already really awakened to the fact that they've been in this denser energy, right? They're not consciously aware, but they may be moving into that awakening. But whether or not they are, it's really less about that and more about the fact that this energy is able to still do that and manipulate things, okay? Mess with people. So that's part of a natural evolution of a species, of a planet. The Arcturians are giving me that for sure. Okay, so don't panic. It is part of a natural process. And we are moving through it quickly, you guys, even though it doesn't seem like it, because there is so much manipulation still happening on the planet. All par for the course. Okay, that's what they're saying. Okay, not to use a golf analogy here, right? But yeah, it's part of it. Okay, so the reason that the Arcturians want you to know this is because this is such a beautiful group of people who will tune in. Even if you're new to me, if you found me, you are in this group of people who have some sort of natural capability to transmute through this, through your heart. Okay, so if you didn't know your heart had power before you got here, you know it now. You're very powerful if you made it here to me. So just being aware of these things is enough to have you be able to help dissolve them. Okay, the word the Arcturians actually used was dissolute, and I don't think that's an actual verb, but that's actually the word that they gave me when I was getting this information. And I'm seeing it just break apart, just your knowledge of it. Through the heart frequency, observing it through the heart frequency, right? Knowing that this energy is trying to do that, but you're not in fear because you understand that you are more powerful because you're connected to your heart energy and to source. You understand your source creator connection because you're aware of your expanded self. You're aware of extrasensory perceiving of things, right? So you're able to focus through your heart, and this will help break apart this layer of energy that is sort of hanging on. So super important, okay? All right, it's a little bit of a heavy one this week, but this is what the Arcturians really wanted me to talk about. I love you guys so much. Please take care of yourselves. This solar activity can be a little more difficult on you depending on your path, but also if you forget that you can ask your guides for assistance, right? So that it's not so uncomfortable physically. So don't forget to ask for assistance from angels, Archangel Raphael, is an expert at healing and helping things sort of come into balance. And you will likely have a guide who is an expert in this as well. You don't have to know the guide's name, just call on them, okay? If you are one who relates to ancestors, same thing. All right. So however you relate, you might relate to elementals. I want to mention that too, inner earth beings. Doesn't matter which way you come through, there will be somebody who can assist you through the heart frequency of benevolent energy, and Yeshua as well. Okay. All right. So just make sure that you're drinking lots of water, getting rest, and really like loving on yourself unconditionally during this time, because you are expanding at an extra normal rate. Okay. All right. I love you guys so much. And I do still plan on doing some sort of live. Okay. We'll see here. All right. I love you guys. And I will talk to you again very, very soon. Namaste.